Hello, my name is Raquel Freeman, and I'm founder and CEO of Empower Youth Sports Magazine. eysplay started 3 years ago when I moved here to Texas. My son wanted to play football, and I didn't know where to look. I didn't have any friends here. So I looked online and I asked a neighbor. We decided on a team to try out with. And when we got to the first practice, we were highly disappointed. The coaches were treating the kids like adults, and the parents were condoning it. And none of the kids looked like they were having fun. And on the look on my son's face, neither was he. I thought to myself, there had to be a better way to find sports and teams that fit your families. So that's the beginning of EYS. From that experience, we started a camp. My husband and I said, at least we can teach my kids the fundamentals. We're not ready to get him involved on a team because we don't know these coaches. So we started a camp, we advertised to the school districts, and it was something free we offered all kids in the area. And we got a bunch of kids to come out. We held 3 to 4 camps. And by the end of that camp, we wanted to send them away with a resource guide. I had done my research and I found all the different football organizations, broke them down, where their coaches, information on their coaches, their practice times, their practice locations. There's just so many teams and organizations to choose from. You don't know the difference. So we provided this organizational resource guide for them. They loved it. They were asking us questions as far as, are we going to be starting a team? They wanted to be on our team because they knew us. So that was the key. People want their kids to be coached by people that they know and they trust. And so in the absence of that, parents don't do anything. They will keep their kid out of a sport if they can't vouch for the character behind the person who's going to be teaching their kids. So that's when I knew I was onto something. We started the football magazine. And then parents were saying, well, my kid is in baseball, and why don't you do a baseball magazine? And, business owners would say, I'd love for my ad to be in your magazine. Let me help you sponsor this magazine to get it out into the community. But I need you to focus on cheerleading because that's what my kids do. So I soon realized I was onto something. So then we started to do, focus on every sport, not just football. Kids want to feel important. Their parents, it's important for kids to know that, to believe in themselves. And part of them being in a magazine, these parents get that. When they can put their kids' picture in there and talk about some of the things that these kids do, how much courage they have, how hard they work, how much of a good sport they are, those are the things that count. That's what's going to make them that professional, that entrepreneur that's successful, that businessman that's successful, that community servant. They're going to transfer all those things that they're using in sports today. They're going to transfer that later. And these parents, this is their one chance, one chance that they get to really show that they, their kid is on the right track and that they support them. And it's just an awesome thing. The magazine just doesn't cut it. In solving the problem that we're trying to solve. Like I mentioned, when I moved here, we couldn't navigate our way through this big city. It's just too difficult. And so the magazine was okay for a little bit of information. You only get 12 to 24 pages, 32 pages, but you got to keep people's attention. So this app is awesome. It's called Empower Youth Sports Play. And it's designed to make life easier for parents who want to get their kids involved in sports. And it functions a lot like Yelp in that parents will be able to, rate organizations, be able to comment on the quality of organizations that they've experienced, and they'll be able to network with those parents on this platform. I'd like you guys to continue to participate in what EYS is doing. You being here is a testament to us celebrating what's most important, and that's investing in these kids. I want you to look around the room different races, different sports, girls, boys, different ages. I mean, and we're all here together. And to me, I mean, that's what we need right now. We have so much division in this world. And sports is just a replica, of how we must live our life. We care about the same things. We love our children in the same way. We invest in them, in their success. Last but not least, I thank my mother, my 2 children, Nina and Sean Jr., and my awesome husband, Sean Sr. You guys are my rock. You're my inspiration. You keep me on my toes. You keep me humble. And I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart.